Have you ever felt like you're in a constant battle with yourself, wanting to do the right thing, but feeling like your flesh keeps getting in the way? Do you sometimes feel stuck in a cycle of trying, failing, and starting over again? If that's you, you're not alone, and I have a message of hope for you today. Hi, I'm Melissa, and I share messages to encourage you in your walk with God. Today, I want to talk to you about something we all struggle with: the battle between our flesh and spirit. It's that feeling of wanting to follow God with all of your heart, but then stumbling along the way. I know how hard it can be to feel like you're not making progress, but I want to encourage you. God sees you, He's proud of you, and He's with you every step of the way. Let's dive into 3 truths that will help you keep going and take action even when it's hard. It's easy to feel discouraged when you keep struggling with the same things. But here's the truth: God sees your heart, your effort, and your desire to please Him. He knows the battle you're fighting, and He's proud of you for not giving up. I had moments when I felt like I was failing over and over again, asking God for forgiveness for the same things. But God reminded me of His grace and how much He values my perseverance. Galatians 6:9 says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." So if you're feeling like you're falling short, remember this: God's grace is bigger than your mistakes, and He delights in the fact that you're still trying. Sometimes the struggle we face reveals a deeper truth: we can't do it on our own. Each time we fall, we're reminded that we desperately need God's help. And that's a good thing because it keeps us connected to Him. There was a time in my life when I thought I could overcome struggles on my own strength. But every time I tried, I ended up feeling more frustrated and defeated. It wasn't until I fully surrendered to God and asked Him for help that I started to see real change. John 15:5 says, "I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing." If you feel like you're stuck in a cycle of failure, I encourage you to lean on God. Ask for His strength, and He will give you the grace to keep moving forward. God doesn't ask us to figure everything out at once. He asks us to focus on today, to listen, to ask for His guidance, and to take small spirit-led actions. I had days where I felt overwhelmed by everything I thought I needed to do. But when I slowed down and asked God, "What's my assignment today?" He always showed me what to focus on. And when I obeyed, I felt His peace and joy, knowing I was right where He wanted me to be. Psalm 32:8 says, "I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye upon you." God wants to guide you today. Instead of worrying about tomorrow, ask Him what He wants you to do right now. Then take action, trusting that He's leading you. I remember a specific time when I felt completely defeated in my faith. I was stuck in this cycle of trying, failing, and feeling like I wasn't good enough. But God gently reminded me that my worth isn't based on how perfect I am. It's based on His love for me. He showed me that every time I came back to Him, I was growing stronger in my dependence on Him. He also taught me to stop overcomplicating things and just focus on the next step. I started asking Him, "What do you want me to do today?" And as I took those small spirit-led actions, I began to see His hand at work in my life. Looking back, I can see how far God's brought me, one step at a time. If you're in a season of struggling or feeling stuck, I want to encourage you: don't give up. God sees you, He loves you, and He's proud of you. Keep seeking Him. Keep asking for His help and take one step at a time. The battle between your flesh and spirit is real, but God's grace is stronger than your weakness. Remember, He's with you every step of the way. He's guiding you today. Ask Him what your assignment is. Listen for His voice and take action. You're not in this alone. He's with you, and He will see you through. Thank you so much for watching. If this message encouraged you, let me know in the comments. I love to hear your story. And if you haven't yet, Make sure to subscribe so we can keep encouraging each other in our walk with God. Remember, God's grace is enough, and He's leading you one step at a time.